Hi guys, what's up? How are you doing? In case you're new here, hi, my name is Valeria. I do content around lifestyle and self-development as well as personal finance. So if this is your first time seeing this face, please make sure you subscribe. So I'm filming this video on November. This is the last week of November and we are now headed out to December. That means just 1 month remaining so that we can get into 2024. It's really scary how this year has gone by. I hardly blinked, man. This year has just gone by just like that. Anyway, yeah, we are entering a new year. For me, this year is gonna be a bit okay. 2024, I want to be a bit more intentional when it comes to personal finance, and I've been thinking about ways to actually make that happen, because you can't just visualize this idea in your head and you don't have steps that will help you towards achieving those things. So I came up with around 6 points that I feel like are very essential when you are trying to at least achieve financial freedom. I was actually listening to Janet Mbuga this morning, and she was saying how financial freedom is hard. Staying broke is hard, so you just have to choose your hard. And personally, I'm scared of the hard of being broke, so I choose to go with the path of financial freedom. And I acknowledge it's not going to be easy either, but staying broke isn't the solution to go with for me, honestly. So yeah, you have to choose your hard. That was the main point. Nothing in this world is easy. Being sober is hard. Getting drunk and having to deal with alcoholism and hangovers is hard. So you just have to choose your hard. And in 2024, I'm choosing to choose my hard to be financial freedom. And yeah, I can't wait to see how that turns out and bring you guys along in this journey. So my point number one would be to invest in yourself. I have said this before in a previous video I did. I'm gonna leave it here. It's the 25 lessons I've learned in the past 25 years. In that video, I focused generally in all aspects life. So if you haven't watched it, go watch it. So I feel like I didn't really dive into details when what I mean by investing in yourself. So there's this thing that says invest in yourself, it pays the best interest. Literally, if I decide to remain in the same position I am at currently and not really better myself in any way, as much as I'll be saving money, I won't really increase my earning potential. So literally, if I am investing in myself by taking up the money that I've saved to upskill in some way, I am literally increasing my earning potential, because I'll earn more value from what I'm gonna learn in that course, or by learning a new skill. So I might learn a new skill in, let's say, video editing, and take a freelancing job on Upwork or something. So yeah, literally just reinvesting in yourself makes you increase your earning potential, and you can even make more money just by reinvesting yourself. So don't be too obsessed with saving too much. Take some of that money and actually put it back to yourself. How exactly am I going to use my savings to make me a better person? Put money into improving yourself so that you can actually earn even more. So once you earn more, I mean, you'll be closer to achieving financial freedom rather than staying in the same position. My next point would be, if I want to achieve financial freedom in the next year, is to increase my streams of income. A faster way of actually achieving financial freedom is to increase your streams of income. So for me, I will say investment income is something that you might consider by earning interest from your investment. So you basically invest some funds that you are earning in your job, and then it gives you an extra income by earning interest from the investment. Another income that you would consider is to learn a new skill. As I mentioned in my first point, learning a new skill is a way of monetizing yourself and getting something to make you money out of it. So learn a new skill and make it work for you. Yeah. So what happens if tomorrow your job, your company, for example, God forbid, but what happens if they run bankrupt and everyone is fired and you don't have anything else going in your life? Does that mean that my life actually stops? So I want to get to a point where I can actually pay my bills comfortably and actually save money from passive income without necessarily depending 100% on my day job. So that those are some of the possibilities we have to look at. I don't want my life to, come to a stop just because I lost a job or I got fired, God forbid again. But yeah, another thing that you will consider when maybe determining a side hustle for you is making your active income become part of your passive income. So for me, I will say I have been working in an investment firm for how many years? Around 1 year and about 5, 6 months now, and I have learned a thing or two. So one of the ways I have made my active income into passive income is to share the things that I've actually learned from my day job on social media. So I'm slowly starting to niche down into financial literacy. These are things I have learned in my day job, and I am using that knowledge to tell you guys and actually monetize it because I'm getting monetized on YouTube. So yeah, by sharing what I'm learning in my day job, I actually get to get a passive income, if that makes sense. So yeah, on to the next point. This is my third point, to leverage other people's knowledge. So the same way that we actually need doctors when we are sick, because you can't prescribe drugs for yourself, is the same way we need financial advisors. Let's say it's the same way we need fund managers to take us through how exactly you'll make your money work for you, if that makes sense. Actually, the main essence of investing is to make money work for you. I wouldn't want my hard-earned money to go to waste. Personally, I'm a very young investor. Most of my investments are around mutual funds. So what happens when I make these $1 million bills, and I'm not, in the position to make the correct financial decisions? I wouldn't want to lose my money. So asking for help in areas investing and entrepreneurship is something I will really look into in 2024. The next thing I really want to be very keen is having a strict budget. Budgeting is such a basic term, but if you think about it, not all of us actually have like a sustainable budget that helps us, in our day-to-day spending. There's this famous financial quote that goes by that budgeting is telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. So basically, I want to be like, oh my god, I had 5 Gs this morning. Where did the money actually go? Like on a shanga later, like I ended up overspending. Like I was to go on a Friday night out, but right now sina anything. So a budget is something that will help you better allocate your money, and through budgeting you can actually notice some areas where you can improve on. So let's say this month I have spent way too much on recreational activities, so let me try cut the budget down, as in it opens your eyes and makes you more aware of areas you can cut down and make your savings even more, if that makes sense. So yeah, I want to be very intentional about budgeting. This year particularly, I was working with my sister to making sure that we have an apartment of our dreams, and we have made that happen. So along the way, I didn't really pay much attention into budgeting because I was uh, very focused on getting all these things done. So I wouldn't say this year has been the best year for me when it comes to budgeting. So that's something I want to be more intentional about now that I have achieved the apartment wise part. The next thing I want to be more intentional about in 2024 is to live below my means. And this doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to deprive myself of fun. This doesn't mean that I suffer. What I'm trying to say is at least practice some delayed gratification. I feel like we are in our 20s, we are at a position where we just want everything up, like I don't want to wait. Like, why am I waiting? I get a pay raise, I want to go on vacation because I deserve it. I worked really hard. I already have a car, but why am I actually getting a second car? If you think about it, why don't I use the extra income to expand my business? So I really want to be more intentional about delayed gratification and not let everything, more money confuse me. Just be very intentional with how I actually allocate my funds. So yeah, this is something I really want to try, to be abundant, to have this abundant mindset when it comes to money. So generally I'd say that, this is something I've seen on social media, and I haven't really figured out how it works, but they say there's the law of attraction, how it works, that positive attracts positive, something like that. Positive, even when you're on a high vibration, you will be more productive, something like that. So I want to have a more abundant mindset towards money, so that I can actually be open to receiving more blessings and opportunities that will come to me, so that I can achieve financial freedom. This is going to be my last point. I want to achieve financial freedom. I want to be more intentional about investing. We are living in a world whereby inflation is going up every single day. So literally, by leaving your money, so let me just give you an example. Very, very easy example. Like at home, my dad would often joke about how they used to buy bread for like 30 cents. How much does bread cost right now in the supermarkets? It's around 60 shillings. So every day, literally, things are going up. The prices are literally going up. So by leaving my 1,000 shillings in the bank for 5 years, that money will hardly buy anything in the next 5 years, or literally the next 1 year. Let's not even go that far. So by money staying idle in your banks, it's losing its value. So I want to be more intentional about investing. There are very many liquid investments such as money market funds out here, and as I mentioned about instant delayed gratification, most of us want instant results. I was talking about investments, and then someone was curious, and then I was explaining how you get an interest of 12% per annum, averagely, but like this is interest you're not getting from the banks. But they're like, okay, so like, okay, like if you calculate 12%, and let's say this is someone who has put in 5,000 and they haven't topped up, that's not a lot of money to make in a year by investing. But if you look at it in terms of value, money, in terms of inflation, you have actually beat inflation, because that money has not lost its value, because its inflation rate is currently around 6.9%, if I'm not wrong, or around 7. So by investing in a investment vehicle that is giving you 12%, you've actually beat inflation. So your money is not losing value. So one of the things I want to be more intentional about is not leaving my funds idle in banks. So yeah, guys, those are my around 6 or 7 money tips that I want to be more intentional about in this coming year. I'm looking forward to having a very abundant and financially free year, and that's on God, please. Anyway, yeah, so I really want to be more intentional about making actual steps towards achieving financial freedom. And yeah, I can't wait to see what 2024 has in store for us all. And yeah, I hope you learned a thing or two and are going to implement it as we go into 2024. So yeah, if there's something you feel like I left out, please be more than happy. I'll be more than happy to see your comment in the comment section. I also want to learn from you guys. Like in our 20s, we don't want to gatekeep things. I feel like the fastest way you can actually learn and avoid making some mistakes is by sharing. Like if you are, like I can literally learn something from a mistake someone else made without myself, having to go through the same thing, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's be free to not gatekeep things and tips, and we learn from each other, what I'm saying. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed and at least learn something. That's the main aim of this video. And yeah, okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. So until then, goodbye. Make sure you subscribe.